Hi, I'm Ed. Welcome to Quechua headquarters. I'm the product manager for mountain hiking shoes, and I'm going to talk to you about the new MH500 women's hiking boot. New model from the ground up. So let's start with the outsole. On this model, we've made a completely new design, and the studs are, as you can see, they're quite high, 4.5 millimeters at least, and a new design for the tripod. Now, on any outsole, the balance that we're looking for is between traction and grip. Now, I'll explain that to you. Traction is more about the studs that we have here, and they're going to grip into the ground a bit like claws. And grip is more about the surface that you're going to present to a more smooth surface and how sticky your rubber compound is. Okay, so we're working on those two elements to get the best recipe for your outdoor use. We talked about these being very tall and spaced out. The spacing between the studs is going to stabilize loose rocks underfoot as well. And look at this little detail as well. The studs are going this direction here, but look at the back, they're a different way, and that's important because that means we're going to present a wall with which we're going to have better traction going downhill, this wall here. Okay, so that's an important design choice for us as well. One other aspect we've worked on is something that starts at the very back of the shoe here, and you can see the line is maybe not quite as straight as you'd think it should be, but that's done for a reason. When you walk along, you have a heel strike, which then causes the foot to be about 15 degrees outwards, and we've worked on the edge here to actually chamfer it so it meets the most natural foot strike at the heel, 15 degrees or so, but also to have a nice natural roll through the rest of the foot. Okay, so we have a rocker, a slight curve here at the forefoot. So a nice natural foot movement to have the best hiking experience possible. Next up from the outsole is the midsole, and this is a much thicker cushioning that we have here for better underfoot protection, because remember, you can have stones underfoot, and it's also that softer, more comfy ride that people like to have when they're walking. We've now got the same protection, a nice rubber protection at the front for good stone protection, but here we have a full leather forefoot, and that's an important choice for us because it's hard wearing in the flex area and good abrasion resistance as well. And also, it will slightly over time adapt to the shape of your foot. Then we go back higher up into the upper with the quarter area and the tongue, and we've got lighter weight components to keep the weight down and nice and light and breathable. And inside, this is a waterproof model. Both the low version and the mid version are waterproof, and that is a membrane which is a bit like a sock, if you like. We call it a bootie. It's the shape of a sock, and inside you have a waterproof membrane which is going to protect you at all times from the water getting to your feet. But the whole of the upper is also water repellent treated. So you'll see the water just roll off, and that saves your foot from getting soaked on the outer, even though you've got that membrane inside. So that will give you an even more comfortable, lighter weight boot. It won't soak up the water. But we've also eco-designed this product. So let's go from the ground up again and talk about the eco-design choices we've made. The sole has 30% either recycled material or biosourced material. So the silica which we use is either biosourced, or we use recycled tires or latex gloves to have a real recycled content in this sole. The midsole, for this we've used a partly biosourced EVA foam, which comes from the waste from sugarcane, so that's awesome. As we come up, the rest of the upper, we've got recycled components here and here on the tongue. And inside we use the dope dyeing process, which uses much less water for the lining of the inside. And one final point is the insole, the foam that you have on your little insole there, is also part recycled foam. So a lower impact product. So all that's left to do is to lace them up and enjoy the mountains.